So though it's hard to play, where this instrument really shines is in its ability to make haunting sounds. To achieve that kind of infinite sustain with a bow, to do swells, and even create like horror type soundscapes. It's just a joy to play. And if you combine this with a bunch of effects, it's absolutely beautiful. You can get like almost like movie soundtrack sounds with it. And you can even get sort of like synth-like pad effects with it. You put enough reverb and delay. And we're gonna listen to that. I wanna play this. Really, that's what it's for playing. But let's go ahead and talk about the details, because I know you wanna get some close-up shots of this. And there's a lot of thought that went into this. Let's take a look. If you wanna use cello strings, you have to know that cello strings are quite soft. They're very, very soft, and they will break if you use them on traditional frets. So essentially what is required is a softer material to use for the fret. And I was able to source brass frets. These are extremely soft. You wouldn't be able to use brass frets with electric guitar strings or acoustic strings because they would just eat through these in a day. But for cello strings, they are perfect. So that's the first thing you need to consider if you ever want to construct something like this. The next thing to consider is the radius. So because we want to play this with a bow, we need access to every string. So every string needs its own plane. That means you need a plane for this string and this string, and a plane for this string and this string. That way your bow can actually come in here and be able to articulate and connect and make contact with each string. So you need a really, really big radius. But this, I believe, is a 2-inch radius, but it's a very, very, very big radius. And your bridge needs to actually match. I used single saddle headless tuners for this. That way I could actually get them spaced where I needed them. The other thing to note is that these are inset inside this piece of mahogany. And mahogany is actually inlaid in the body. So it's actually really tall to accommodate the pitch of the neck. These tuners work really well for the actual cello strings because they have the brass insets, much like the brass frets. It's a soft enough material where this is not going to actually be destroyed. I've been playing this again since the pandemic, so it's lasted this long with this set of strings. The next big hurdle is the pickup. I wanted something cosmetically beautiful, so I designed a wooden pickup cover to kind of like make it look like it was growing out of the body. This is a really good shot where you can see the radius of the fretboard, but I don't want to talk about the fretboard. I want to talk about the next hurdle, which is the pickup.